the last quarter of the Western Oval, and Footscray with an unbeatable 62 points lead. Purser, Clayton, has been Fitzroy's best possession getter, but hasn't done a great deal with them. And there's going to be a bounce just wide of the centre circle. Purser and Tilley. Purser does it with ease. Barwick kicks wide. Chance now for Royal. Barwick battling on. Fitzroy should have been doing that earlier in the day. Hand pass out to Clayton. On to Pekin. Over the top it goes to Rowe. Rowe not quite to half forward. Pert and Kennedy having a little battle there. Kicked out of the pack by Conlon. But Rance is there. Hand pass over the top to Hawkins. Brilliant in the first quarter particularly. It's a rainmaker. Rowe has a look behind. Fists it away from Malin. Rance, it's more like volleyball at the moment. Purser tries to get away. Conlon leaves it for Barwick, who was grabbed by Purser. Play on, says the umpire, as Malin claims Pekin. No, it's not Pekin. Who is it? It's going to be a bounce. No, it's not. It's going to Keane. Goes back, looks further afield, gets the lead from McGrath, fisted away from him. Laurie is there. Clayton, a quick kick. It's Pekin. Pert from 55 metres out, shoots for goal. Osborne can shep it, and it's a beautiful goal to Gary Pert. That's his second.
Belated effort by Fitzroy, putting Gary Pert up in the forward line. But if you've got your big guns and you're this far behind, you've got to do something and put them up in the forward line to help you kick some goals. And that's exactly what Gary Pert has done. He's now kicked 2, but Fitzroy trail miserably. They're 56 points behind. Purser and Tilley. Purser's had the better of Tilley most of the afternoon. Egan picks up the crumbs. He's played well on half-back. Gets it across to Petraglia, and Petraglia marks against the attention of Pekin. Petraglia over the top goes to Malin. Malin looking for the hand pass, but now goes back and decides to kick. Play on, says the umpire. Malin kicks it in short, where Crow's taken a well-judged mark in front of Ruse, who is now in short sleeves. Crow with the chance to kick his 4th goal. He's about 40 metres out directly in front. And this could be Footscray's 17th goal. The result of the match probably never in doubt since the first quarter. Crow punts for goal, straight over the goal umpire's head. Another goal to the Bulldogs. Max Crow 4, and Footscray go marching on to a 62-point advantage, which is what they started this final quarter with. 17-7, plays 7-5.
I wonder if Max Crow is the difference to the poor form of Footscray in the early part of this season. Surely it couldn't be just one man, but Brian Royal has also come with it. Back at the centre, Tilley and Purser. Purser again. Can't find the rover. Laurie tries to kick out of the centre. Picked up by Wallace. Crow again. And Ruse seems a little nonplussed, a little half-hearted. Crow in short. Brian Royal, best man on the ground. Crow, Hawkins, Royal. The 3 best for Footscray, not necessarily in that order. 22nd possession for the number 33 of Footscray. He's already kicked 5 goals. Can he make it 6? Great effort. Be 40 metres out from goal. Kick on its way. Is it going to swing away? It is at the last moment. 3-4 are behind.
Not very happy, Brian Royal. Reeves to bring the ball back in for Fitzroy. Royals kicked 5 goals. Reeves kicks it out towards half-back. Knight's made good position on his own. Takes the mark and plays on. Kicks it to where Hawkins marks. Hawkins, 19th kick to Dougie Hawkins, finds Royal just outside the 50-metre line. If his last kick was any indication, he's probably a little too far out to score. Now he goes, kicks it long into the square. Hardy can't mark. Ball over the boundary line for a throw-in right against the behind post. 63-point advantage to the Bulldogs. 17-8 plays 7-5. Boundary throw in the Footscray forward pocket. Crow can't get it over the shot, over the top. Hardy goals. No, it's offline. Not a bad shot from the 1985 Brownlow medalist, who is essentially a back pocket player, and that snapshot was quite a good one.
Reeves. Just the big kick. Nothing fancy. Rance was the leaper. Chance now for Keane. Clearing kick. Osborne, who's been quiet. Kicked off the ground by Baxter. There'll be a throw. Richard Osborne has kicked one goal. And really hasn't been in it. The Footscray defence have done a great job on him. In fact, he's only had 6 possessions.
Purser over the back, gets it down to Royal. Snatched off him by Clayton. Clayton to Conlon. Conlon's long left foot kick up into the full forward area. Mark nearly taken from behind by Laurie. Tapped on by McIver to Pert. Pert tries to get it to Osborne. Osborne's snapshot for goal into the front of the square, but Mark taken by the one and only Doug Hawkins. Plays on. Yes, fair enough. The player was running over the mark and Hawkins pushes him back. Then he kicks it out to half back where Wallace has taken the mark. But the ball will go back. There's a bit of a dust up behind play where Richard Osborne's in the middle of it with McLean, Egan, Ricky Kennedy, Gary Pert and Mickey Conlon. Umpires asking, I don't know what this is all about. Now Doug Hawkins is showing his frustration, and he could easily be reported for something so trivial with Footscray 10 goals, more than 10 goals in front. 5 minutes into the last quarter. Just play football, Doug. You're pretty good at it, so keep at it. Doug Hawkins kicks it in short. Finds Egan. He's crashed to the ground by Knight. 15-metre penalties on. Well, blow me down, it's not on. Play on. Egan kicks it out towards the wing area, and the boundary line looms up just in front of Brian Royal, and the boundary throw-in will take place on half-back flank, between half-back and centre wing on the outer side of the ground.
Who would be frustrated if you're a Fitzroy player? Purser, brilliantly done. Hawkins, Royal, Malin. He's got all the time to steady. He's not quick. Kicks to half forward. Peakin. No, that's Blakey. Blakey marks in front of Hardy. Plays on. He's going to run into trouble in a minute. Too long, gets the hand pass away to Peakin, who's in trouble. Liberatore. Out wide for Kennedy. The Footscray skipper can pick up and shoot for goal. It's dropping short, and it'll be a mark to Reeves.
Reeves onto his left foot, kicks it wide and finds Pert in front of Liberatore. Pert roaming up and down this wing on the member side of the ground. 16 kicks to Gary Pert, kicks it towards the wing area. It's punched over the boundary line by Murray Rance. And it's been a tremendous team effort by Footscray. They've had quite a few good players individually, but their team effort has been very creditable. Boundary throw-in. Purser at the back, Tilley at the front. At ground level, Liberatore gets it to McLean. McLean feeds it out to Wallace. Wallace goes towards Beasley. It's in short. Beasley can't mark. McGuinness there. Now Beasley handballs it out, looking for someone running towards goal. There was no one there. It's Knight in front of Hardy. Good tackle by Hardy. Knight's hand pass goes clear. And the boundary line too close. And another throw-in, this time just outside the 50-metre line on the outer side of the ground, slightly favouring Footscray's scoring area.
Crow gets the tap down. It's Royal over the top. It goes to McLean. McLean running around off the left boot. Hardy is there. Used the body well then, but Peakin was there to try and get the ball away. But this is Liberatore. Has a shot for goal. It's going to go across the face. Oh, Beasley nearly pulled in the spectacular one-hander. That was pretty desperate play then by Reeves, who just pushes it through for a behind. No, he's going to bounce it. So it's not a score.
Bounce of the ball just outside Footscray's goal. Hardy in trouble behind play. On the bottom of the pack. Reeves comes up with the football. And another bounce will take place just outside the goal square. Over the top, Crow. Kicked off the ground by McLean. Through for a behind.
Little haphazard, but I guess when you're that far in front,
65 points to be exact.
no one's going to worry, but I'll guarantee Mick Malthouse would like them to be in further a front, because percentage will play a big part in this. Keane overruns the ball. Beautiful kick off the ground to Egan. Royal tried to run before he had it, but he still got the ball. Has a shot for goal. Beasley from behind. No, can't mark. And Reeves is doing a good job on Beasley now, playing him from the front. Can't beat him from behind because Beasley's too tall.
Boundary throw in some 15 metres around from the Footscray goal. Crow doing the ruck work. Hardy there. He tackles Turner. Turner can't get away. Neither can Cooper. Cooper's handball over the top goes to McLean. McLean on half forward for Footscray. High left foot kick smothered. Liberatore tries to swing away clear. McGuinness there tackles Conlon when he didn't have the ball, but Conlon sees the ball over the boundary line for a throw in. And Fitzroy defenders have moved the ball probably out of scoring distance with one kick anyway from the Footscray goal.
Crow pushed down by Ruse. Conlon, Petraglia having a little hip and shoulder. Pekin and Petraglia. And McLean doesn't like something Turner has done to him. A little push and shove. It's not prize fight material there. I think we've settled things down now. Turner been in the wars a bit today.
Max Crow and Tilly doing the ruck work. Crow with his eyes on the ball gets to Liberatore. A slick handball to Malin. Malin goes goalwards. It's dropping short. Hardy can't mark. Through comes Blake. He's under pressure. His kick will go over the boundary line, and a free kick will go out there to, looks like Baxter. Baxter on half forward flank for Footscray. A chance for the defender to kick a score, perhaps a little too far out. Goes with a big drop punt into the goal square. Beasley can't mark. Caught with the ball was Knight. Cooper, quick kick goes out towards half-back. McLean's there. Can he control it? He dives on it, tended by Richard Osborne. Goes clear to Baxter. Fitzroy desperate. Barwick, handball to Conlon. He's tackled by Petraglia, and the ball over the boundary line. No, it's a free kick to Conlon, as Petraglia's tackle was deemed unfair. And Mickey Conlon, who's had a quiet day along with a lot of other Lions, takes the free kick at half-back for Fitzroy.
Not a very good kick either, as Rance fisted the ball out of the pack. But look, there's nobody there for Fitzroy, as McPherson picks up. Beautiful pass to Malin. Malin can now steady, shoot for goal. He's offline through from behind. But I think all the Fitzroy forwards are in defence. They're all chasing kicks. Reeves, the lead from Cooper. Cooper. Pekin. Rowe. Slow motion football through Baxter's legs. Malin, tackled by Osborne. Brian Cordy. Welcome return. Rowe missed it. Liberatore's there, but backing him up well is Knight. Knight, though, kicks to half forward where there's nobody giving him the lead, and Wallace takes the mark as Clayton tries to take his head off.
Wallace kicks into the centre and finds Purser, who was unmarked. He gives it to Petraglia, and here's plenty of space for Footscray's McLean, who's on the wing, goes through centre half forward, shoots for goal. Beasley over the top for another goal to the Bulldogs. This time it's kicked by McLean. It's his second goal. Another one of a good band of Footscray contributors. 16 possessions to Michael McLean from the wing, and Footscray go further ahead there. 18-11, 119. Fitzroy 7-5-47. And if Nick Collin can tip racehorses as well as he can tip football teams, we should stick with him, Clark.
I think so. We definitely will stick with him, because they're well and truly got this game wrapped up. In fact, they had it wrapped up at quarter time if one was a realist. Wallace doing his best to get the ball out of the centre. Mitchell trying to go through, loses the run of the ball. No, he's still got it. Number 32 for Fitzroy. Tilly falls over. That's the luck of Fitzroy. Going through was Egan. Tilly tries to get it. Good play then by Malin, I thought. Petraquito tries to have a go, then he goes back again. He's got it, tackled by Pekin. McIver lands on him. It's becoming a little rough. Oh, there's a little one went into the head there. And Egan pleading with the umpire. Look at the blood on Egan's face. I'm not saying it was from that little melee. And there's policeman Purser. At least Egan can see the funny side of it. So he should too, because Footscray that far in front, it doesn't matter.
Well, they should just keep on playing football. Footscray, I think they've done extremely well this afternoon. Purser down to Malin. Malin's claimed by 2 or 3 Fitzroy players, and another bounce will take place. Perhaps this might be a little testy for umpire Snedden, who hasn't had much experience at VFL senior level. There it is again. It's on again. Umpire Snedden, you better give a free kick quickly. This is getting out of hand. Tilly and Steve Wallace at the bottom of the pack. Maybe this time he'll find something. As the ball not far away from the centre circle. Tilly and Purser. Purser gets the tap on. Rance does it for him by punching it clear. Goes to Keane. Keane's kick out wide goes to Egan. Egan puts Footscray into attack. Goes to centre half forward, where a good mark's taken by Roos. Roos feeds it out wide to Knight. Knight's left foot kick finds Mitchell on wing. And Mitchell swings clear. Gives it back to McIver. McIver up to half forward, where Osborne's outnumbered 2-1. Backing up as McPherson. He comes clear. Well tackled. Osborne goes after it again. Breaks. Oh, good tackle by Egan. Dropping the ball against Richard Osborne. It's on again. Silly Footscray players, because they're 11 or 12 goals in front and there's no need for it. Purser pulls Richard Osborne out of the way, and someone could get reported very, very easily in this situation. Young Rowe picks himself up from the altercation.
I think the Footscray players were very anxious then to get Osborne. There's Purser talking to Osborne. As soon as he got tackled, they all went in. So I don't know whether they've been harbouring a grudge against Richard Osborne throughout the match, although Osborne hasn't been such a big threat. He's kicked 1 goal and has been well kept out of the match by the Footscray defence. Now we're back with the football as Egan kicks to Rance. Oh, Rance gets around the opponent very easily. Tilly trying to do all of himself as he throws the ball out to Knight. Keane out of defence. Chance now for Mitchell. Half-back flank. Kicks towards centre. Barwick. Now there's no one for him to kick it to upfield, so he's just got to kick it long and hope. Osborne comes through. The bounce eludes him. Kennedy gets it down to Baxter. Brian Cordy.
Steve McPherson.
That's Steve.
Yes, through half-back, kicks it onto the wing. It's a poor kick, though, because he's landed in the hands of McIver.
McIver. Knight. Pekin. Pekin over the top. Oops, to Cooper. Now that's silly play, and I would imagine that the coach of Fitzroy, David Parker, wouldn't be happy with this at all. Let's forget the score, but their application, what they're doing, is just not up to standard. Purser. McIver. Held to him, says the umpire. Rance was the tackler, and there'll be a bounce.
A bounce just slightly Fitzroy's side of the centre circle. Tiggy Touchwood play. Rance comes through and kicks it off the ground. That was decisive. Out towards centre wing. Turner and McGuinness. McGuinness takes front position, but the boundary line too close, and a throw-in will take place just slightly Footscray's side of the centre of the ground. Crow bustled out of position by Keane. Crow to take the free kick and put Footscray into attack. Max Crow, who's kicked 4 goals, 3 in the first 15 minutes of the game to set this match up. This is his 17th kick, and a grand acquisition for the Bulldogs is Max Crow. Beasley can't mark, comes to the back of the pack. Liberatore, feed it to Bradley, does. Hardy gets it over to Royal. Number 6 to Brian Royal. Number 19 to the Bulldogs. Footscray, 19 goals, 11, 125. Fitzroy 7-5-47 and 27 possessions to the little Footscray Rover and 6 goals against his name.
So it's an advantage to be built close to the ground like Liberatore, as he gets in there and gets the hand pass out, doesn't have to bend at all.
While there's a little quiet, we were wondering why the Footscray players went after Richard Osborne. If we remember correctly, Tim Jepp was taken off the field with a nasty injury in, the second quarter? And one gets the impression
that was the evener upper,
that they may have been spoken to in the rooms at half-time. 125 plays 47.
Away we go again. Can Footscray boost up their percentage? The kick further afield by McGrath. Comes off the pack. No, they won't. Baxter gets one high, but he decides to play on. McPherson, but the whistle has gone. And Baxter's going to get the free kick. Well, the umpire was a little late with the whistle. This is Kennedy. Played a grand game for Footscray, the skipper. Turner was the player up. That's McGuinness, the hand pass Wallace. Oh, and a good tackle then by Mitchell. But Footscray not deterred, come through as McIver tries to get it. Now this is something positive as Barwick has it now. Over the top to Osborne. No, Barwick decides to fake the dummy and have a shot for goal. And he's put it through. Well, Barwick has decided to do it all by himself and he's kicked his second goal. And he and Gary Pert are the only multiple goal kickers for the Bulldogs. Well, I thought he was going to give it to Osborne. But he didn't. Faked the hand pass and then kicked it himself.
Play restarted. Bounce favours Purser. Beautiful tap out. Gives it to Royal. Play on says the umpire. Royal's got heaps of space. Bounces it twice. Now runs a full 18.5 metres and kicks another goal. He's 7th for the match. A great performance by the little number 33. 28 possessions, 7 goals, and 20 goals up for Footscray. And perhaps the last few minutes of this quarter may have put a smile on Michael Malthouse's face because the Bulldogs have been relentless.
Tilly even misses it when he goes up unattended, no pressure on him, but he has the presence of mind to get the hand pass out to Barwick. Pert and Kennedy. Oh, well done, Kennedy.
Well, he's certainly a disciplined player now with Rick Kennedy. They don't mess about Footscray. Kennedy's kick went to Rance. Rance gave it to Hawkins. Here's a man who hasn't had much play, and he fumbled, was Brian Cordy. Mitchell there for Fitzroy. Cordy goes in after it again and does the tackling. Ball runs clear, kicked off the ground by Baxter. Hawkins feeds it out to Rance, and Rance has got a bit of space. Kicks it up towards centre half forward. Hardy in front. Has he marked? At the back, I feel Roos has been paid. Paul Roos at centre half back for Fitzroy. They've been under a lot of pressure, these Fitzroy defenders, because Footscray have just fed the ball forward with relentless monotony. Cooper kicks with the left foot up towards the centre wing area. In the background we can hear the voice of David Park, and he's had a shocking day watching his team go down in a very poor display. Laurie over the top, gives it to Keane, and Keane goes goalwards and kicks, hits the post. Well, perhaps that's an indication of just what's happened to Fitzroy this afternoon. After an 8-goal first quarter, Footscray have never ever been in trouble.
Kennedy with the kick in to Wallace. Wallace gets the lead from Hawkins. Oh, that pass was perhaps too good. But it's Keane and Kennedy marks in defence. Kennedy looks further afield and McLean. No, it clears his head and it goes to Wallace again. Wallace now, no pressure at all. The match is all over. Crow and Roos. Liberatore out wide for Royal. Boundary line a little too close. By Gee, that was packed before the start of the third quarter. Nobody there now.
Well, the pictures tell a story.
Yep.
The annoyance, the frustration of a coach. Tilly crashes his way through. Does he keep the ball in play because he was over the boundary line? He does. Barwick gets past his opponent, feeds the handball to Osborne. The receiver, Osborne, comes through half forward, goes for goal with a long drop punt kick. Pert, oh, good play. Kennedy comes away from Gary Pert with strength. Pert's got hold of him, and I don't know whether he's got control of the football. Play on, and Gary Pert may have kicked that out of bounds on the full. It's a free kick, and perhaps it took a long time, but at least Rick Kennedy did get his just reward, because all the way along that boundary line while he fed the ball in front of him, I feel as though he was interfered with by Gary Pert. 20 possessions to the Footscray skipper in a workmanlike performance, leading that very solid defence all day long.
Kennedy tries to give the ball to everything he's got. Ruse, Keane over the top. Quick kick. Kennedy will mark again. And the crowd love him. He's done all the heavy work in defence to Purser, who has dominated. And give it to Rance. Yeah, right, your kick, Murray. Prove your stats. Conlon comes at him. Rance ducks the head. Then kicks long, and there's a to-do between Malin and Clayton, and that's well and truly on. Fight on the member side wing. Liberatore has it at the moment. There are policemen running in. Everything is happening.
Supporter jump defence there. Clark being taken away by the boys in blue. Now there's another supporter jump defence.
That's a Fitzroy trainer having a little to-do there with a Footscray trainer. And players gone on at the other side of the ground as Liberatore has the kick. Goes one way, then the other. Kicks high, just wide of centre. McIver kicked off the ground by Petraglia. Pekin is there. Kicks wide again. Ball clears the pack. Comes down to Barwick. But there's been a whistle on play, and there's going to be a free kick, and it's going to Cooper of Fitzroy.
Cooper gets the handball across, but the umpire says go back and take your kick. Now he gives the handball across to Tilly, who's more in the centre of the field. Tilly kicks long to full forward. At the back, Pert pitting his strength. Keane goes for goal with the handball, and he's handballed it through for a behind. Well, Gary Pert has been sucked into matching strength with Rick Kennedy, and I feel Kennedy, much stronger, has had the better of that duel. Kennedy plays on quickly, gets it out to Wallace in the back pocket, and Wallace, with plenty of time, kicks it up towards the wing area where Hawkins takes an excellent mark, feeds it to Liberatore. Liberatore kicks up towards half forward. In front, Crow decides to tap it on. Petraglia does well, tackles Pekin. Crow goes through, kicks for goal, a long one. Beasley, can he mark? Yes! Well, he did push Reeves out, but perhaps the umpire a little bit behind the play, and Beasley's marked 20 metres out directly in front. Beasley already kicked 3 goals, and a big chance to post his 4th.
Which will bring him 50 goals for the season.
Beasley punts for goal, no mistake, and another goal up to Footscray as their percentage takes a big boost in this match. They're now 13 goals, 4 in front.
And there's the reflection of the sun on the growing at Melbourne. Modern architecture, all glass and steel. 2 points lead now to Footscray. Purser playing as if the game has to be won. Not Liberatore, but Petraglia. Beasley over the top. Oh, good mark to Simon Beasley. And a chance now for him to kick his 5th goal of the match and his 51st for the season. Beasley stabs at it, and there it is. 5 goals to Simon Beasley. And Brian Royal, he's kicked 8 or 7? 7 goals to Brian Royal.
16,318 people at the Western Oval. Perhaps expected a tighter contest than we've seen. Footscray leading comfortably. Purser, who's dominated the centre duels. McLean can't get clear. Tilley perhaps has been paid a free kick. And the ball will go back. It's not Tilley, it looks like Pekin to take the ball on the defensive side of centre for Fitzroy. Slips a hospital hand pass out to Laurie, but Laurie was that far in the clear that he had plenty of space. Kicks it up towards half forward, where Steve McPherson, who started the game at half forward, is now at half back, takes an unopposed mark and runs across that half back line. Kicks it out to where Egan has made good position on the half back flank members side of the ground. He kicks it into the centre where McLean, no, he can't mark, punched away from Mitchell. Through comes McGuinness, hasn't had many possessions, but always looks dangerous, Tony McGuinness, and gives it to Purser. Purser crashes past that Fitzroy tackle, goes for goal, the siren sounded, the game's all over. Footscray have won comfortably, 22-11, 143, Fitzroy 8-7, 55.